Can you parry drive impact? Yeah, for sure, but it's not worth it. If you can parry drive impact, you can drive impact. The only reason that I would think that you might not drive impact is if you have, hold on, I can't think. If you have less than 1 bar of drive gauge, then you might want to parry it instead, so you don't burn yourself out. That's the only reason I can think of. But otherwise, you want to drive impact back. They drive impact, you react with drive impact. I'm talking about perfect parry. Perfect parry. Initially, week 1, the most important thing about this game is learning how to drive impact when they drive impact on reaction. I think drive impact is 25? Let me check again. Where is drive impact? There it is, 26, my bad. It's not 25, it's 26. 26 frames of startup. So when you think about what's reactable, I don't want to get too much into it. 13 is like the limit, I think, in games like this. When with input delay, good refresh rate, I think 13 is the fastest you can possibly react to something, and it's about double of that, which doesn't really, you know, matter that much. But 26, pretty much 26 is very, very reactable. But you have to learn. You have to learn to react to it. Jump-ins are usually around 40-ish frames. So if you think about, you know, sometimes people miss anti-airs. Someone jumps at them and it's like 40 frames. This is much faster than a jump-in, but it's still reactable. But it's still like one of those things that's going to be weaved in to things like footsies when people are jumping and fireballs and all those things. So while you're looking for many different things, drive impact is also going to be a new layer that you have to react to. But early on, people are going to just throw this shit out there and hope for the best, and it's going to be in your way of enjoying the other parts of the game. And then once you learn how to react to it, then it's going to be back in other ways of like, well, it doesn't matter that you reacted to it because it's going to punish your normal. This move, drive impact, it's a big gamble, not just for like the gameplay, but for the future of the game. This move, drive impact, is going to either, I only think it's going to do harm, honestly. I think this move will either be like, okay, people will be okay with it, or they're going to hate it. You're gonna hear a lot about drive impact, especially in the first week or two of this game. Like, people hate drive impact, or I'm telling you, you could clip this part of the stream. Drive impact is gonna come and go in cycles. First, drive impact is so cheap. Why did they put this in? This is the stupidest mechanic anyone's ever put. And then like day 5. Oh, if you drive impact me, you're gonna be sorry. It's the worst mechanic in the game. Don't you dare. I dare you to drive impact me. That's gonna be day 5. And then week 2, man, drive impact is so cheap. I know I can react to it, but like, I gotta react to 5 different other things. I'm telling you, that's gonna be the sequence of events. You're gonna hate it, and then you're gonna be like, oh, this shit is stupid. Nah, dude, go ahead, I dare you to do it. And then it's gonna be like, wow, my mental stack. They're gonna hear the word mental stack. People are gonna say knowledge check or some. This move is gonna be, it's not gonna make or break the game, but it's gonna be hated in a lot of ways, because in some ways you have to use it sometimes, and depending on some matchups, you might have to do it in a stupid way to make it, like, you have to make it a threat. Guile is a really good example right now. You can't react to Guile throwing a sonic boom with drive impact, but you can guess. You can just fucking do drive impact, and if he throws a boom after you drive impact, then you're gonna punish him for throwing a sonic boom. So then the Guile player is gonna be like, alright, I just won't throw sonic booms. I'll wait to drive impact when he drive impacts, because he has to guess. And then that means, you know, once you do it, then he's gonna drive impact back. But it also means he's not throwing booms. So then you can actually play footsies with Guile because you guessed with a drive impact. But even then, Guile doesn't give a shit. Guile can play around it and still throw booms. So it's like, am I gonna jump at him? Am I gonna do some blah 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 blah? It's kind of weird. It makes it kind of like the best way to play against Guile right now is to just parry booms, but it's hard to do that reliably online. Guile destroys drive gauge, yup. Gala's number one, I think. Right now, I think Gala is a problem. He's not balanced correctly yet. I don't think he's balanced correctly yet. Hey, Kazunya, thank you for the 4 months. I appreciate you. Welcome back to the What's